Because Camp was like just traditional rap album. And then out of nowhere, he comes out with Because of the Internet. Completely like, and then right after Because of the Internet, he comes out with Awaken My Love.
Damn.
You feel me? Like literally a stylistic each time. Completely a stylistic change. Then after that, he did that Alta Vista album, which came out a couple years ago, just a white album, and he re-released it this year. And I don't know what that was. It's just his own thing.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know how to explain it. He's just really progressive, you know? And this album, I like Afro beats, but it's not what I was looking for from my Childish Gambino album. But there's people that haven't been with him that long, so they're like, "Oh, I love this."
Have we run the gamut when it comes to Afro beats and the exposure? You know, the way that hip hop and pop kind of, you know, assimilates things. Because, you know, things kind of come and go in phases. So I'm like, okay, has Afro beats hit its run? Has it phased out?
I don't think so. Because, you know, just because we don't hear reggaeton doesn't mean it's not one of the most listened to things. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good fucking
So
point.
Afro beats like may have not be as exposed here.
Okay.
But it's worldwide music.
Okay.
That's the difference. So when you're talking about hip hop, yeah, other people listen to hip hop. But world music is more like your pop music,
right?
You know, like your Afro beats, your reggaeton. They're going to be things that have more international appeal.
How did you get so? Okay, now I'm just talking shit now. We haven't even started the interview, but how did you get so knowledgeable about music? 3, 2. Hey, what's up, Guan? Bonjour, Famil. Bump Jonas here, and I'm chilling with none other than
Big Boujie, man. What's poppin'?
Hey, we about to have a sit down at Syke's. Now, I'm going to start off with a question that you probably have heard before.
Right.
Who is Big Boujie? What do you do? And why?
I am a content creator.
Ooh.
Influencer.
Okay.
You know, stepping into a new realm of different things. And, yeah, that includes rap music and food content.
Okay.
But you know what I like to say, man? Tap in for more food, fashion, and free game.
Food, fashion. Look, we ain't even 30 seconds in.
It's a freestyles too, you know, it's the alliteration. I just haven't figured out how to put the freestyles in there yet.
I love alliteration. All right, so why are you doing what you
do? My journey started because I was looking for a different vehicle to promote myself through.
Okay.
And the easiest way to promote yourself is through the internet. And I have been a caveman of sorts, and I did not want to embrace the internet era.
Okay.
I felt like if you're dope, you're dope. You know what I'm saying? But I grew through the blog era and all these other different times where you had to be active on the internet, and I was against it. I wouldn't do it.
So you was not there on the blog?
No, because I'm in the street.
Okay. Okay.
I'm in the street. You feel me? I got real fans, real people. They fuck with me, right? But you know, doesn't really equate very well to trying to get paid.
Man,
how many shows can you do? You know, a year, even if you could do one every month. You know, in comparison to successful streams. So I wanted to create a different vehicle to be able to take the pressure off of dropping music constantly, and that got me into content creation. I've been doing food reviews since like before there was Reels.
Damn.
Yeah. Before there was Reels, you just used to post your video on Facebook.
And
that was it. It was just whatever it was. It was just a post.
Okay.
And I was just going to gas stations and buying all the new snacks.
So like snack pack
when Rap Snaps first came out,
like
I was like, oh, they got the new Migos Rap Snacks. This is obviously the barbecue with my honeys are like classic. It was like 20 years in at this point.
Right.
But you know, when Migos started getting flavors and stuff,
right.
That was like 2017, 2018. You know, in there eating gas station snacks, you know what I'm saying? Drinking the new grape flavor of whatever there might be.
Have you tried the Skittles? There's a Skittles drink out there.
I have. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. It's not really it. But you know, I mean, if you gave me one, I'd drink it.
Right. First song ever recorded. Do you recall it? Can we find it?
Man, there's some wild times on there. I think. No, you can't find the first songs I ever recorded. They're not on the internet
at all.
Yeah, I don't even have them.
Somebody got
them. Maybe the person who recorded them, like they got 20 years ago.
Do you recall the names or?
Nah, man. I know the first songs that I like actually like put out, I was with my friend Matt, and we were like this group called Sangria Nation.
Sangria Nation.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Okay.
Sangria, but Sangria, bro, I don't know what we were on, bro.
Y'all was lit.
We
Okay.
was real wild individuals, man. And there's some songs out that were from a project that I did called Just For You. And they were like all Ninth Wonder beats, and you could probably find like two of those like on YouTube.
Okay.
And then just like some old songs that me and him did. One of the more songs I know is out there is we did a song called 16 with Dutch Newman.
Okay.
And I know it's on the internet somewhere, and those were some of the early recordings.
Shout out Carlito.
Yeah, shout out Carlito, man. Shout out Carlito.
So, Sangria, what was it called?
Sangria Nation, man.
Sangria Nation.
It was a different time, man.
So you went from church freestyling to wine at Sangria Nation, and now we're here with Big Boujie.
Wow.
And can we talk about that transformation? How did that happen?
Man, well, the church thing was like, well, you started here, so you should be rapping about, God.
Right.
So I would be in the parking lot, with the homies, and that would be doing the thing, and then I would be telling my mom, "Hey, look, I've been rapping at church," and she's just like, "Oh, whatever, nah, bro, nah." So after a while, I started like being outside and being more exposed. In high school, I was inside a lot.
Okay.
My mom didn't like let me listen to like secular music because
shit.
she found God, even though I'm the one that took her to church.
Damn.
So like in my household, I didn't get to listen to like a lot of rap and stuff.
Okay.
I was listening to like Backstreet Boys, man.
Okay, R&B,
like,
pop.
Do you remember nah, man, pop, man. My mom knew what she was doing. Do you remember those project like the CDs? Now that's what you call music.
Yeah.
I had them, bro. And it was all like edited.
That was like pre-Kids Bop, y'all.
Yeah,
wow.
It's probably the same people that made probably the same people.
Did your mom do you dirty with that? Or
yeah, definitely. And then like when I turned 18, long story short, me and my mom like have a falling out of sorts, and she tells me to go live with my dad.
Okay.
And he had gave me like Harlem World, like All Eyes on Me, all this stuff. He had given it to me, and I had it at home, but I was like, nah, I was on LimeWire and shit. I didn't put no CD in,
The infamous LimeWire.
And I had all that stuff just chilling. Like I had Mace, Harlem World, and All Eyes on Me at my house.
Wait, just chilling?
Chilling. I hadn't listened to them just because.
So you had them, but
man, I don't know what happened, man. It's just
so
like.
you was just like collecting them, like I'm just going.
He just gave them to me, and I just was like, "You all right, Nick?" Like, you all right?
You wow.
Yeah. So I got older, and I was already like rapping and stuff, but it wasn't really anything like serious.
Okay.
And I moved in with him, and it's just like, hey man, this is different.
Right.
But I was like 18, so I'd still like get out with my friends and listen to stuff. At that point, you can't control, like a 18-year-old at that point, you know. But I still had felt very sheltered in comparison to a lot of the homies. So it was like a culture shock when I moved in with my pops, because he had this just other side of like stuff that I had never seen before. And
so that just opened things up.
Yeah, man.
In a lot of ways. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Man, so you kind of had the church boy story in a way.
Man, what's crazy is I put my mom in the church, man, and then she flipped on me.
Bars.
Ain't gonna flip on me, man.
Bars.
And now everything's all like, no bad words in the house, no secular music. I was like, that's crazy. But, it was some fire gospel rappers, bro. That's how they got me, man.
So Lecrae. That's the main one I know of.
Lecrae is actually from a group called the 116 Click.
Okay.
And the 116 Click is a derivative of this record label. And the record label is connected to these guys called the Cross Movement.
Okay.
And the Cross Movement are like the first like prolific Christian rappers to ever pop off. And Lecrae used to be like Lil Jon. Lecrae was like the hype man.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, represent, get crunk, represent, get crunk, Jesus. Like, he was like Lil Jon. I'm just saying, bro, he was Lil Jon in Christian music, bro.
Right, okay.
Like, I was there when Lecrae first dropped, and I was like, dang, well, he hype as hell. So watching him transition into like church clothes and all the different things that he did, and where he's at now, where he's such a big artist, like, I was there when Lecrae was rapping with the 116 Click, and it was like 49 people in the church.
So you've watched the progression.
Oh, yeah.
You probably have, and something I noticed about you, and I always like to stop and give people their flowers, but one thing I've learned about you is that, well, one, you're super positive. You are extremely helpful and knowledgeable, but you're also like analytical. You have your shit figured out. there's a lot, like KC is intentional in a lot of things they do, but Boujie is very like, it's almost, you're like a mini computer,
Hey man,
IBM type shit going on over there, man.
you know how many times you had to fuck up to get there? It's like, yo, I know how to not do that again. I know how to not do that. Yeah, we're not doing that again. And so, yeah, it's an immediate response. Oh, yeah. What you're doing? Yeah, I did that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do it like this.
I love it.
It's like, trust me, this is going to work.
All of that.
Yeah,
all of this.
yeah.
I love
Not that though.
What's your favorite time to create? And I know that's a tough one because you are a content creator.
Yeah. Like for rapping,
or any of it really, because you do so much.
It's just different times. You know what I'm saying? Like for rapping, it's when I'm out in the car and I just like am working on something and I got that beat playing and I just park somewhere and I just cook and I just like start freestyling. And man, don't let me have a drink or something, which you shouldn't be drinking and driving. Don't drink and drive, everybody. None of that, okay? Don't do that. But if you're out in the car and you park somewhere and you got a drink in your car, you know what I'm saying? I was not drinking and driving. I was just driving, then I started drinking.
Bars.
But outside, nighttime, like I get a lot of really, really great verses just sitting out there vibing.
Okay.
But for me, the creative process is a bit longer because I just usually try to be very intentional with what the song's about, even if it's just bullshit.
Ooh, okay.
I'm trying to make it a certain way. I want the cadences to be a certain way. So I like being places that I'm by myself.
Right.
Because when I'm with other people, they just think I'm very annoying because I'll just rap the same like 2 lines over and over again.
Because you're figuring it out.
I'm figuring it out. And then I sometimes like mumble some stuff. T-Pain does it. I don't do it as prolific as T-Pain does it.
Okay.
But I'll mumble through the bars and just get a rhyme.
Okay.
And then that way I could try to build it, but it's mainly, I just be freestyling a bunch of random things and I record them on my second phone.
Oh.
And then I play it back and then I'll just take some from that. But I create a lot at night.
So you have a process. You have a definitive process of how you go about your bars.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. But it changes sometimes because sometimes you get like people that want to come be like that know me, want to come be in a session. And like Mira Wayne's one of my most frequent, man. We just get together. She got a couple songs I'm working on. Like she's working on. I got a couple songs I'm working on. We just freestyle.
Yeah, you guys collaborate a lot. You have a lot of collaborations.
Oh yeah.
How does that work out when it comes to your process? Because you are intentional and deliberate. So it may take patience.
So it's funny thing. The way that I've been doing things now is I finish it until I'm happy, and then I say, "All right, now you're gonna be on this."
Oh.
So everything like you've been there for Boujie and Venice. All these people that are on there, no man, I finished the song.
Your part was done.
I'm done.
Before
and then I'm like, I'm gonna plug you here, and I need you to do this.
Okay.
And then for the hooks, I usually have something written. And then I bring them in and we kind of go over things together. I let them sing it and put it in their own, style, their own flair.
How they would feel.
And then they can add or take away, from anything to make it fit how they want to do it. Because, why? We're just going to run into it. So, for example, Drake. People don't like Drake. I get it. But I want to say one of the things that he's really good at. You've heard these reference tracks that they give him. Rapping someone else's song and then making it better than the person that rapped it is a skill.
That's a hell of a skill.
You know what I'm saying? Dude's a chameleon. He legitimately can take any flow, any cadence, and he can do it off top.
That is an ability. You can't knock that.
He can take a whole song. He took a whole song. He can hear it. And then he's like, okay. And he's going to rap it his way, and it's going to be better. He's going to you're going to hear some of these things because some of those things stay, but that person that wrote it isn't Drake.
He's putting his charisma.
Absolutely.
Okay. No,
so,
you got to not.
For me, when I give someone some lyrics, I don't want you just to come in and be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to sing it just like that. Go ahead and add your own personality to it. Let's make it to where it's something that feels good for you too. Then for editing, I have just time slots for editing. I am very much the...
time slots for editing.
Yeah, man. Like if I go to a food review, I'm about to lock down and edit that like right then. Like I want the thoughts to be fresh on my food right now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and edit that. Like I try to do it as soon as possible. The part that probably takes the longest is the voiceover.
Right.
Because I'll be trying to think of something clever to say. So that does take a little bit longer than the other process.
You're a wordsmith, so.
Yeah, I mean, but it's the way to explain it is it's a little bit more corny when you're doing it with my food reviews because it doesn't have to be as technical.
Right.
So I'm very much thinking, what's a reference that I can use for this?
Right. And you can just you can throw it out. So you're editing. You're you actually. It sounds like you put some pressure on yourself to get that through.
Absolutely.
But then that kind of is generally your approach with everything, right? Because if we talk about your music, I did get a chance to hear Boujie in Venice, and the way that you said that you had it set up, you have these pieces ready and you're bringing people in, but otherwise, even then, you're still like months, almost years in advance, right?
I would say we're good to go for the remainder of this year and next year.
See, that's as brilliant as that is a lot of pressure though, to tell yourself, I'm gonna get this done. However many songs you want to put on a project, you're still like, I'm going to have this project done and ready and completed, and I'm going to be able to sit back and know that I've got all the parts ready and feel comfortable with it. That's a lot of pressure on yourself. So, how are you walking through that?
The way I look at it is I started the process in 2022.
Right.
For the big drop, the big timing to be now. So at the end of 2022, I realized that the reference that I'll use, I just said this recently in another interview, but it's the truth, and I think that it really relates. How many jobs do you know that you could work where you could clock in for one day and not come back for 6 months? Right? How many jobs could you do that at? Right?
Right.
So how many rappers do you know that do that?
Way too many.
Right. We clock in, drop that project, make a post or two, and then what we do, we go work on the next thing. Some people are dropping more singles, but we're not shopping that record around. We're not doing anything. It's like, well, they're going to listen to it.
Right. And if they don't, move on.
Then I'm going to make the next thing. And maybe the next thing is going to blow up, right? And unfortunately, that's the methodology that a lot of us artists use because we're ready to just continue the creative process. Because it's like I feel like I'm just already getting paid for this and I'm not paying for it, right?
Right.
Maybe I'm just delusional because that's crazy. But here's the thing, right? I looked at this project I dropped, and I was like, this was a good project. It's like, why did no one listen to it?
Okay.
Then I sat and thought about it, and I was like, no one listened to it because they didn't know. Because whose responsibility is it to tell them? And you very much put the project out, and it's great. Could have been the best project you've ever done. But you got some core listeners, sure, but that's not enough for you to do any like real damage.
Right.
So we need to make sure that we're considerate of the plan. So at the end of the year, I look at it, I dropped this great project, no one heard it. So I said, maybe it was because I wanted to have the pressure to create the next thing. Maybe I just felt like I'm already there, and I took the time and said that in 2023, I was just going to be an artist. I wasn't aiming to complete a project.
Okay, I would say, what does that mean, just being an artist?
I wasn't doing shows. I'm not doing merchandise. I'm not trying to do tours.
Be an artist.
I don't want to work on any art. I don't want to do anything. All I want to do is go to the studio and lock in.
Okay.
So the beginning of the year, we did Bougie Type Beat. And that was with me and Slaps by Infinity.
Okay.
And then at the beginning of 2023, we dropped From the Trap with Love. That's one I did not promote. But that's cool. I locked in and I was just going to be an artist all year.
Why didn't you promote?
I have no idea, man, because I'm bad at my job. But I made sure the next year I just locked in to be an artist because I realized the mistake that I made with that project and the mistake that I made with every other project that I've ever dropped.
Okay.
I just didn't. It's a trend in most creatives. They drop and they disappear.
Okay.
We move on to the next thing. So I locked in for a full year and I wasn't worried about what the project was. All I did was just go to the studio. Whatever I wrote, I recorded. I just was an artist.
He took the pressure off.
No pressure.
He took the pressure off.
No pressure.
I see.
Let's just see what we come up with.
Be an artist.
Yeah. So that's why the content was key.
Okay.
Because that took the pressure off of my fans and the people that are waiting for something, even though, how many people are legitimately calling local people like, hey, when's that project? Not very many. You know what I'm saying? So it made me feel better, though, because now there's something else that people are checking on, and I could take my time. Then I had just abundance of freestyles. Like, before I got to
Yeah, you keep freestyles on deck.
before we got to all these, I just called them TikTok songs. I probably did 25 of those.
Okay.
And there's some songs that are going to come out that are from the TikTok songs that were just better than the rest of them. But like that Ballad of Big Boujie, that was a TikTok song. Crawfish, that was one of the TikTok songs.
Okay.
I just literally was like, pick a beat, any beat, I'm going to rap, and let's see what happens.
And that shit was his own setup in itself.
Exactly.
Now, okay. And I apologize because you on a run, but I wanna talk about virality. I think that's the right word.
It is.
You have a lot of viral moments, whether it be Crawfish or just the rollout Ballad of Big Boujie. I feel like Way Up is a viral moment waiting to happen. Hood Dude Food Reviewed in itself is just,
It's already there.
I get my question with that is really just like, what's it like being on the other side of virality? You know, having that.
We ain't hit a million yet, baby.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We still a little light, little baby viral. But I'll tell you that people look at it and see and think overnight, right? Oh, wow, you know, I just started seeing him, so maybe that means that he is a new thing. No, but if you go back, because it's all documented, a lot of people go through and delete that stuff after they start getting popular. I left it because I want to see.
Okay.
You know, you can go back and see where I started these and how bad it was. And how it progressed. Because I said in 2023, there's nothing that's going to stop me. Here's the deal. The universe opens pathways for everyone, right? Whatever you think the universe is, that's fine, right? Whatever you think the universe is, that's fine. Doesn't matter. But here's the key. The obstruction is yourself. We obstruct ourselves, right?
Okay.
So with that being said, my path has been this open.
Okay.
But I find a reason to not do whatever it is. I find a reason to not promote my music. I find a reason to not, you know, lean into this other side of my personality that people like.
Right.
You know, I don't want to be on the internet, right? I'm gonna fight the internet. It's crazy. Look here, listen how that sounds. You know what I mean? I didn't get into the internet until 2023. Like, I have been against the internet.
So,
I never react to anything.
That's cool.
If you go to my shit, like right now on like SoundCloud, it's like, I don't do bios. Like, it's just everything against putting myself outside. I never wanted to do it.
And so you went from, and that's crazy for me because from the moment I met you online, it felt like you've always been there. So to hear this story of this guy who's like anti-internet, he's Mr. Enigma, to be Mr. Everywhere. I mean,
well, man, here's the crazy thing: the internet changed from having to be constantly on the internet to them valuing charisma. You've been there for the blog era, right?
Yep.
You just had to be on there. It didn't matter what your character was. You just had to be on there, posting, finding out, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but, you know, he transitioned perfectly.
Yeah, he did. No,
what a transition. What a transition.
Yeah.
But, you know, you just have to post. You used to have to be on the internet reacting to people doing things, which is still the case. But the difference is I'm not on the internet very much.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I literally have a very strict schedule with that too, how much time I'm on the internet, because that allows me to still be creative and do all the things I want to do. And the internet slows me down. But there just became a moment where it was about personality. And once I realized that it's about personality, the idea is sound. I just need to get it to be as good as the personality.
And he wins. I'm telling you.
But we developed, because if you go back and look at the old stuff, there wasn't even the voice. There wasn't a lot of these things. None of the catchphrases.
Really?
You know, you literally can watch it be built.
But your sound, though. Your sound. I'm sorry, y'all. This conversation seems like it's like not questions, but there's questions involved.
There's questions in the question.
We over here. This is just a hell of a conversation, man. I'm loving this. But your sound has so much animation, so much inflection and layers, that I'm surprised that isn't just like naturally flowing into the content creation side.
So it's crazy, man. Initially, when someone isn't confident, right, they have something. Have you ever heard of a bravado? So some people put up that bravado, right? But what happens when you have the bravado for so long that you believe it? So eventually my persona became me. I was able to become the person that I wanted to personify.
Right.
And then once those things came together, the side of me that was the epitome and Glenn or the hood dude, whatever, all these things are just one person.
Now it starts
You know,
to-
and it wasn't like, maybe at first it was like, this is a different side of me, but it's not. This is just the expressive side of me. And then I learned, now that I am him and he is me, in whichever way you want to put that, you know what I'm saying? That I can put these different things to use.
Oh, shit.
So overall, it's still the big umbrella, but these people had to become one entity for me to be able to understand that the reactions I'm getting is because I'm not behind the camera anymore.
Right.
The reactions I'm getting is because I'm more visible now. It used to be, okay, here's a song and one music video a year.
Right.
I'm gone again.
Right. Which that was what I was accustomed to.
Right.
That's
So, boom. Now, oh, where's this person? Who's this person? Where's this person been? There's so much character behind the character. I didn't know. But now these people are exposed and they're like, oh, wow. And that's when I realized that the he is me or whatever, you know what I mean? And they want more of whatever it is.
right.
So I just got to do my job.
Man.
And that's what it really comes
I'm
down to,
just
Bump.
doing my
I was
job.
not doing my job.
To the full.
When I knew, because I give the same advice that I did last year to every single person that I know. I told them the same thing
But you had to,
all the time, but I never did it myself.
and this was the time where you're like, you know what? This is when we're gonna do it. This is we out
Last
here now.
year was the year of being selfish.
Oh.
The word selfish has a negative connotation.
Right.
Because people imagine that when you're selfish, you can't help other people, but that's not true. I've always prioritized everyone else's goals and dreams over mine. Now I'm moving y'all to the side. I'm still going to help you and do the things that I can do for you because I love you. But
you-
I have to prioritize me. And if you aren't going to help me to finish this, I got to finish this before I can come over here and work with you.
because I'm all lost anyway.
it.
I can't figure this out till okay.
But you become
that.
you become a fire. And it's contagious. The people that are around you, especially if they have that fire in them, but it's dormant. And then they see you, even if you're not good at it, even if you're not effective, but you're consistent. And that awakens that same fire in them. It starts off, maybe they want to help you. But the next thing you know, especially after they see growth, they're just like, well, you know, he has been telling me to do this for years.
and I can do this. So let's.
And I can do it because we have all the tools, right?
Right.
And then now with the way that these phones are and all the technology we have, it's in your hand.
There's no reason not to.
I'm saying every Wayne Wednesday you have seen, she shot on an iPhone.
Right.
She edits on the computer, but you could edit it on your phone. I mean, God, that'd be insane. But you could. So we have the tools now, and there isn't an excuse. You know, there's people that are making millions of dollars. Do you know who Jordan Howlett is?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Literally, just
Right?
yeah.
And we're here like talking about, man, I got to edit this. I got to do this. I'm
Yeah.
doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
There's a motherfucker that has 1 million followers on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And he sits in front of his phone and says, come here,
And just
and talks. Mind you, he's upgraded some stuff now and he's cooking and all these other different things, the secret recipe
but
book.
the approach
But
is
it's the same thing.
the simplicity. Yeah.
He's shooting it on his iPhone camera, man, in a mirror.
To just get the fuck out there and do it.
Do it.
That's what it
Do
comes
it.
down
Don't be bad at your job.
to.
Don't be bad at your job, man. We're terrible. It's okay.
All right, so did you do any sports in school?
Nah.
That
I
was
played
not
football for like a week.
for a week?
Yeah, man, wasn't it?
Okay.
They wanted me to be defensive tackle, but I'm like, well, I want to hit these people, man.
You don't want to hit
I
them.
don't want to hit anybody.
You, like
man.
you're not you do
I want
come-
to hit some people, but I mean, you know,
You
that's
know-
a different type of hit.
bar. I feel like that was a bar. That was a bar. I swear that was a bar.
It's a different situation.
Speaking of school, worst subject in school.
Until I started getting involved in illegal narcotics, it was math. But I think you learn real quick when you start touching a couple little things here.
put that
You
shit
learn
together.
real quick. You're like, you know, I'm not as bad with fractions as I thought I was, huh? You know, I know quite a few multiplication tables now.
All of a sudden, them
Man,
shits work nicely.
Woo. I never knew, boy. You know, I know like quite a few numbers. You learn some things real quick in the street.
Now, did you go to college?
I went to UMKC for a year,
Okay.
and then I did network administration for like a year. But I honestly just like failed every semester. I failed every time because didn't care.
Damn. And okay, that's a bit of a tangent question because I just can't ever imagine a time where you don't care about something.
Man, dude, I feel like I paid for the school and I didn't even go.
Wow.
I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to do it.
You just wanted to be doing something, or
I don't know what was going on, man. I was dumb.
damn.
Man, I tell you what, man, I was a wild boy until I was like 25, 26. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I just was just like
Just out there.
just not going to school, like working a job because I had a job. Like, and then I was just crazy, man. They're like, go to school, you can live for free and do whatever you want to do. And I wanted a car, so I went and got a summer job, and then I got used to having money, and then I went to school for another semester, and I was like, yeah, no, fuck this.
Fuck.
I wanna have money.
I'm out.
You know what I'm saying? It was fun while it lasted. Not really. But I got a car, and then I was just like, you can't tell me nothing, man. I'm just working. And then I just worked, and it was terrible. I worked. I was like, man,
Fuck this shit.
wow. I wish that I had like some cool story about these like first like years of 2005 to 2016 of
But-
like trying to be like something. But nah, man, I just was playing around with rapping. It was just fun. I was
But
just
you was
playing.
rapping the whole time. You just wasn't
Man,
doing
nah,
much.
man.
Yeah,
I
you
was just like freestyling. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
shit,
I
okay.
wasn't like, I got a whole album ready to go.
No, you.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm ready. Man, but
Okay, so how does that transition? I got another question lined
Yeah.
up, but I wanna ask though, going from all of that, let's say just kind of freestyling and kind of meandering your way through it,
Yeah.
to the intentional process that you've put into Bougie and Venice.
oh my God.
Like that's a night and day. Can you talk
Yeah.
to us a little bit about that?
Man, okay, so I used to very much just make music because I just wanted to make music,
Okay.
right? I like this. I used to just be under the impression that this was when Obama first got elected, okay? That was the first time I dropped a project that is actually out there. It's still out there because Just For You never came out. Me and Matt did some stuff under St. Real Nation, but we never had a project.
Okay.
Just had some songs. So this is my first time, a cohesive amount of songs that I put together myself to, there was 2 projects. It's called Boss Lane 1 and 2 because I was wild. I was a wild boy. It was bad. So Election Day is the first one, and it's like this like Obama picture, and I like cut his head off and put my head on it.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like a presidential background. And it says Election Day. It's really bad, right?
You out there. You out
And then
there.
I did the inauguration for the second one, and I was trying to use like the hashtags from the election to like go viral
Right.
because I don't want to do any work.
So but that you had the thought there though. There's some
Yeah, no,
brilliance
it's
in
bad,
that.
bro.
It was a
So I didn't go. Listen, I didn't go wood. I didn't go copper. Nothing, bro. Nobody was rocking with it. I didn't get I couldn't get a open mic.
Damn.
Nobody would book me, bro. Nobody was fucking with it. So I quit rapping,
Okay.
and it was probably like 5-6 years, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, just out of there. I was still like writing little stuff. I wrote this project called Longest Gito Miseria or something like that. It's like Long Live Missouri.
Okay.
And like some language. I don't know what that
It
is
sounds
anymore.
like Latin.
Yeah,
or
Latin.
some
That's
shit.
it. It's
Yeah.
Latin. So I wrote the whole thing. I bought all these beats, and then I never recorded it. Like
What
never
the-
recorded it, bro. So what happened is I made a mixtape, and the mixtape was supposed to be holding them over till they got to the album, and then I realized that everything I wrote sucked because I got better since I started making the mixtape.
Oh shit.
So I just dropped
She's
it
like,
all off.
fuck
Get
it,
it. I was
huh?
like, man, it's cool. And then that was about 2016. And so after I came off my like long hiatus, I had this project, and then I was getting booked.
Right.
They're like, oh
Shit
man,
was
wow, you're
popping.
hard. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is dope. So the difference was the big difference is there's no post and pre-production. However you get the beat is exactly how the song is.
Right.
If there might be a drop, but there's no work. I mean, we're not editing the beat at all.
Right.
We're putting the beat in whatever we're recording on, which was Adobe Audition.
Right.
And I'm rapping all the way through it. There might not even be a beat change for the hook.
Damn.
We're just rapping.
destroying.
It's whatever, bro. Get in there, make it happen, and just fill the song up because we wouldn't even know how to cut shit.
Right.
Just fill it up. You got 3 minutes, make a song, and you need to do the hook again. So in comparison to the intention of, okay, make the beat now, let's change the beat, let's add this, let's add these layers. I
Right.
remember getting a singer on my project was just, hey man, go sing this. It wasn't multiple takes, wasn't nothing. You just
Trying
went
to
in
get
there,
the right
laid it out.
vibe or feel.
Yeah, I used to one take everything. The only way I would do it, I have to one take it. You know,
Oh,
that was
shit.
used to be the thing, bro. I'm old, man. That used to be the thing,
Yeah,
bump.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
You get props for one take.
Yeah, I didn't
one
know-
take Jake. One take
I
Jake.
didn't know niggas still did that. I didn't know that was a thing
Dog,
anymore.
I would be like, oh man, and then I'd be like, I messed up on the 8th bar. I got to do the whole verse again. You know, and now
Punch-ins.
come on,
punch-ins,
man.
punch-ins.
I'm like, oh, my voice sounds bad. Okay, yeah, let's punch in after there. Yeah, let's do that. So, you know, worked way harder, and that's why I didn't do very much. And then, like, I used to really be into like super lyrical rap dudes, like New York dudes, you know, like Pharoah Monch, you know, Immortal Technique, you know, like those cats, you know, like 8-syllable rhymes, wireless communication, wireless
XL
illumination.
type of- yeah.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But so I used to just take like weeks to write one verse because I would be having like this a triple entendre and it's 12 lines, the 12-syllable rhyme, you know.
Super cat over
Insane, dude. I was insane, man. And
We all know those days, though. We all know those days.
I wanted to be the most lyrical person ever, bro.
So
Like that's it.
you, at some point, you dumb it down.
It's not that I
Would
dumbed
you-
it down.
yeah,
It's
you say-
just it's more that now I understand that approach isn't for every song. You know, I'm like back in the day, I'm like, every song has to be this way.
Right.
My lady song, it needs to be a triple entendre for me putting my stick in, you know, bam. It has to be very clever, you know. And now it's just no, just tell her you're about to smash, bro. It's cool, you know. It's you put the clever lines in there, obviously, but I just worked so hard to make every single bar have a
Right.
double meaning, you
And
know,
you're just like, come on.
bro. Weeks and weeks and weeks to get like half a verse done. Come on,
The
man.
pressure you put on yourself is
Wild times,
tremendous,
bro.
man.
It's wild, bro.
Tremendous. Okay, wild time. I got a random question here.
Mm-hmm.
Person in a wheelchair is running from the cops. What are you doing?
I'm recording. I'm recording. How are they running from the cops? All right, they're in the wheelchair, like rolling down the hill, and they're like, and are they on a cop on a bike or something? Like, how are they chasing them? They're just on foot chasing them, and the dude's on the wheelchair, and he's getting away. Oh yeah, bro, we're going viral tonight. We're going viral tonight. I'm recording that. I want to know. I mean, I might even do a light jog to see where they're going. You know, how long is it going to be before he gets caught? Like, I want to see. Is he going to take him down? Is he going to tackle him? Like, how's he going to stop the guy in the wheelchair? Oh, you know what he could? He just hit the brakes. If he caught up on him, just hit the brakes. Yeah, man. I'm just like,
See, now you've assaulted an officer with a wheelchair.
Hey, you're locked up, bro. You're locked up. I just want to know. I just have to know how that ended. I might just have to chase him. That's crazy. But I imagine if he was going down the hill, he'd be winning.
You hope.
But my thing is,
Eventually.
it just sounds like he should go be falling or something. Like, you know, I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. But you're going down the hill in a wheelchair, you know. Yeah, man. Wow.
Oh man. Okay.
That's crazy.
So, I want to talk about. Well, I really want to talk about Hood Dude Food.
Yeah,
Review.
come on. Let's get into it.
How was that born? And the thing that's crazy to me is that Bougie and Venice is stacked and ready to go. We've got songs already released or teased of a sort, right? And in the midst of that, or sort of before that, we're getting a storm of Hood Dude Food Review.
Yeah, man.
How is he born, and how does that happen while you're recording and being Big Bougie?
Well, so I mentioned that I used to do gas station snacks. This is pre-reel, pre any sort of video post, okay? And I was with my homeboy Bunny, and we used to just be in the trap eating snacks. And so then Bunny decided one day that he didn't want to do them anymore.
Okay.
Get out of there. So then I was like, no one's ever going to buy into this, right? You know what? I'm going to quit doing it. So then right before COVID, my friend goes, dude, I was looking through your Facebook and I saw this Hood Dude Food Review stuff. People was really rocking with it, bro. Why did you stop? And I was just like, Bunny didn't want to do it anymore. You know, I started it with him, and he made me my logo. And he goes, I think it's a hit. You just need some better production value because you were shooting on an iPhone 4, and it's real crazy.
Okay.
So we took these lights and we set up my living room and we recorded any viral TikTok food thing. We would cook it, record it, and review it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that was how the Hood Dude Food Reviews was reborn. Then, right around that time, COVID hit, and we probably had 5 episodes done. And then he died due to COVID.
Damn.
Because he had beat cancer twice.
Damn.
So then when he caught COVID, his immune system
Was
couldn't
already,
fight
like,
it.
compromised. Or...
So
Damn.
after, of course, the funeral, all these different things, I'm really cool with his wife. We bring his computer up here. I'm looking through it. And, I mean, he must have had his computer partitioned crazy because the only thing I can find is the trailer for the whole show and the logo.
Damn.
So then I said, fuck this shit. I'm never going to be doing food reviews, man. Something always happens.
Right. We almost lost food.
Yeah, man. So then 2023 is when I decided I'm just going to be an artist.
Okay.
And I said that everything that I was going to do, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So I made some really ridiculous goals for myself. And then I was like, now I'm going to do this. And it was rough. It used to take me hours to edit a food review, man, because I just didn't know what I was doing. And finally, eventually, I saw the rod of assistance. My homie's like, hey, we do video. You suck. You're shooting like this. This is wrong. You got an iPhone 4. You need to upgrade your camera. Yeah, you're editing. You're not doing this. Yeah, you're recording your voice the wrong way. So my homies really came through and helped build me up, but they didn't do it for me. So I was constantly in the studio that whole year of last year. Because Hood Do Food Reviews really started January of 23 when it's really official, like official.
Okay.
Because I had done some things in 2021, but none of that ever came out.
Right. Okay.
Then the other thing I did before that, the Hood Do Food Reviews existed in 2017.
Right.
But we only had done those few, 4 or 5 videos that you'd have to go through years and years of
try and
Facebook to find because they're
yeah.
not reels.
Right.
They're just posts.
Damn.
So with that being said, that might pop up in my anniversary. I'll be like, August 10th, 2020, 2017, you were doing this. So I was in the studio constantly while I was working on the Hood Do Food Reviews, but I didn't have any pressure as an artist because I just was whatever I was doing.
Right. You just having fun.
I was just rapping. It made it feel like back when I was younger.
Right.
And, it used to be, hey, put the beat on,
And that sound comes through, though. That energy in your voice. Well, I mean, obviously at this point, you're able to tap into that whenever you want. But one of the things I was able to notice, because I got to be at the listening party,
we're going to have another.
Connections are fun. But there's a significant sound of joy or fun in the energy. I mean, you're a fun energy guy, but in this project, there's a lot of that fun sound, an earnest sound too. So real quick, and I know we got to kind of wrap things up, but I want to ask, what is the overall sound that we're gonna hear in Boujie and Venice, and then going forward?
Boujie and Venice is very much my most popular songs are songs that are about ass clapping and shit. My most popular song is Big Body, right?
Right.
So after they heard Big Body, right, people typecast you, and that's why Boujie type beat sounds so different, because we literally took a different style for every song.
Okay.
Because I wanted to show the versatility of my creativity. So Boujie and Venice is a new approach. All the production is completely tailored off of, hey man, I thought you would be tight on this. It wasn't any theme.
Right.
He just was like, hey, here's some beats. I think you could sound good on these. And then I would pick them and I would just come make songs. And it wouldn't matter. I just pick them and I just come do it.
Okay.
And
You're
then
just being an artist.
Yep. And so from there, I was like, dang, hey, we got 9 songs. And he was like, yeah, we do. And I was like, give me a couple more beats and let's make a project.
Let's finish this off.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and do something. So
Okay.
the project sounded very different at first because it had a lot of these hard songs on it.
Okay.
And we're just going to put those out on the deluxe. But the hard songs, it didn't really hit for me. I guess the overall feel for Boujie and Venice is emotions.
Okay.
You go through a wave of emotions. It's like when you're at your best, and then when you're kind of going through some relationship stuff, and then it kind of transitions on the deluxe to what happens after you, go back to the streets. But it's a different story for a different day. But yeah, it's just a very expressive project, and I think that the perspective they're going to get is something that they haven't experienced from me.
Right.
And then moving forward, it's a smorgasbord of sounds.
Smorgasbord.
A whole lot of ass shaking and
so we back to the
oh
clapping.
yeah, definitely. That didn't change. It just slowed down a little bit because this producer was just giving me all these songs that I wanted to express and pour my heart into.
Oh,
but yeah,
shit.
no, we still was over there making some stuff. Yeah, but we were in a lot of different bags all of last year, so it's a variety of sounds. But I feel like I hit my 10,000 hours at that point.
Oh yeah.
So it just very much was this transition, and I look up and I'm like, man, wow. But you know, I will say that right after they hear this, I've been working on this project for years. And it's the reason why I wanted to make this new vehicle for my promotion, because I worked on this project called Trap TED Talk for 3 or 4 years.
Oh,
and
shit.
then I heard it and I was like, this is amazing. If 15 people listens to this, I'm gonna have to go kill some people.
Okay, so
this whole thing started because I wanted to have a different vehicle and get more people looking at me.
Right.
And I just had all these crazy realizations through last year that the problem that I've been having is it wasn't enough of me in my brand. So
Shout
I
out
changed
to
that shit up.
2023,
Man.
man.
Yeah.
So
Changed that up, man. And now here we are.
All right. Speaking of your brand, this is a wild segue, but I think it really works for you. Food or sex?
Whew. Can we have food and sex?
Somehow I envisioned you saying that.
Can we have food and sex?
That's dirty. It's
wow.
messy. It's
I mean,
weird.
my deal, like, the girl I want to have sex with doesn't want to have food. You know, we probably won't work.
It's not gonna happen.
You know, I think I'd pick food, man. Like you know, sex is great, but you know, I'm not gonna die without sex. I'm gonna be miserable. My creativity might be stifled, but you know, maybe I can smoke some weed or drink some Hennessy. I'll get over it. I can't give up food for no sex now. Oh, man, you can have that. I'm picking food.
Now look, we got to pay some bills here, so I got some sponsored questions. This one comes from Thrax Pastry. Shout out to Thrax Pastry.
Thrax Pastry OG.
Nothing for sale, just a suggestion of where you can spend some time. You always enjoy the journey. Now,
that was nice. You worked on that?
Oh yeah,
that was nice.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta get that on something.
I've been developing that while I do lives. So this one's called Apology Dish, and I might have asked you this on the live, but I want to catch it on camera.
Yeah.
Somebody pisses you off. They say the right words, but what's that dish? Sweet, savory, made, baked, it don't matter. What's that dish that they can bring you that lets you know, I'm like, oh, you get me. You know.
You get it.
Yeah.
Man, do a nice pot roast, man. With the vegetables, you know what I'm saying? And I want the potatoes in the pot roast too, but I still want some mashed potatoes.
Oh shit, he double up on the
double
studs.
up, you know what I'm saying? Then I want the cornbread too. Don't play about it. And you know, you could do any vegetable at that point.
You might as well throw some collard greens.
Now listen, hold on. I was already thinking he was doing a lot of work making the pot roast. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna go ahead and clean the greens too, just go ahead and make that nice little plate. And I can only eat about that much, but I'll take a little macaroni right there. Just about that much, man. Y'all saw how much macaroni I ate at that joint we was at. Y'all saw how much macaroni I ate. I was just a little bit. Tasted it. Noodles too. You know what? I'm just gonna eat the oxtail off of it.
Okay. Damn. You know what? Hold on. We're gonna say that for afterwards because I got some. I want to do a quick little joint when we wrap here. I want you to tell us about. No. This is what I want to talk about. Black anime. Ooh, nope. Hold on. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna say that. I got an idea for something we're gonna do here. Let me get one more sponsor question and then we'll wrap. So now this question actually comes from our sponsor, Pigwich, right in the heart of City Market or River Market, right? And they have an off-menu specials, Monday through Sunday or Sunday through Monday, however your weeks run. They have something there that's off-menu all the time. My question is, if you know of a place that has an off-menu item, what is Big Boujie's approach to go and ask for that off-menu?
Well, I like to ask people like what they order, and sometimes you get some interesting recommendations at the restaurant.
Okay,
and sometimes they tell you about that stuff. But usually when you're going somewhere, you kind of already have an idea of what you want because you didn't scoped it out, read about it. But I like to talk to the people that are in the place because they're going to give you some input that you wouldn't have gotten, anywhere else. So, that's how I approach it. But I feel like I'm just being really tied in lately.
Do you even have to ask for off menu shit?
Not anymore, man. The people just want to give it to you.
Yeah.
They're just like, y'all were there. They were making some stuff outside. I just was like, hey, how come we ain't got none of that?
And
they're like, you know what? Let me bring it to you.
It worked. I was going to ask you that. Like, what is it like to have I guess, sort of the start of fame? The public encounters are starting to tick up for you, right? People are like, hey, get a picture and stuff.
I ain't no one has no pictures yet.
No?
But they just go like this. Hey, boy, you that dude that be doing that food stuff, huh?
And so, like, is that
that's regular?
Okay,
like twice a day at this point.
And how have you dealt with that transition?
It makes me very nervous because if I imagine this progressing as much as I imagine, like I see it, am I not going to be able to go inside restaurants no more? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I not going to be able to walk in anymore? Or it's going to be like a big deal. Like I could only imagine how it would be for Keith Lee to actually walk in a restaurant.
I don't think he can do that anymore.
I think their pants would drop.
Yeah.
Clean the kitchen.
Yeah, it's
clean the bathroom. Keith Lee's here. Put an out of order sign on that. Like, don't serve them the ribs.
We're not ready.
We don't got no ribs. Don't you know what I mean?
Why you attacking the ribs?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like they just picking something on the menu. Like, hey, don't give that to Keith. Not that. Tell him we sold out.
I love it. I love it, man.
It just makes you nervous though, because it's already one thing when you get recognized, but I enjoy being able to go and do what I'm doing and no one fucks with me,
Right.
And I just imagine as you get bigger and more popular, like that people are going to be trying to interrupt your flow. Like, oh my God. Like if Keith Lee was in a restaurant, how many people would ask him to take a picture while he's trying to eat dinner?
Right.
Something that I've gotten quite a few times when I'm not reviewing something. I'm just going to some of my spots that I like to eat at. I ain't even reviewed some of them because y'all don't need to know.
Right.
But I slide in there and they're like, you got to review here? I love this place. I'm like, actually, I'm not going to review here because I love this place too.
Right.
And I don't want any of the motherfuckers in here.
So are you because now if you get seen at a place, it almost does it. It has that potential to have a stamp.
If there's videos, if there's video, but if a couple people see you, it's not that big of a deal. But if you make that video, you are really exposing yourself. Just even I used to be on myself because a video might do 2,000 on Instagram, 2,000 on Facebook, and 500 on whatever. And I'll be like, damn, that's crazy. That's only 4,500 thinking about all these videos that went viral and all this stuff, but that's 4,500 unique people that potentially are here, right? And if you think about 4,500 people getting to look at your business and it looks good, there's going to be an uptick in potential business, maybe.
But that's the goal, and that's if you said it that way, the universe is gonna give it to you
for sure.
All right, so look. I gotta wrap us up.
Yeah.
This has been a hell of a conversation, man. I love these sit downs at Syke. I gotta ask you, when it's all, and this is something I ask a lot of people.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, the show is over, the song is over, the food review is done, you're back home, you're doing your thing. What do you want the folks at home that have experienced Big Boujie or even a Hood Dude food review, what do you want them to walk away with?
I've always been about Kansas City. I couldn't explain how many people I've truly tried to put on. I hope that if my platform grows big enough, I only wear local merchandise. In all my videos, every shirt that I own is a T-shirt, is local. All my hats, other than my KC hat, are all local brands. So the biggest thing that I want people to walk away with is that we can do it. You know what I'm saying? We can do it. We just need to be about each other. And I feel like if we could just unite and really bro, you're a part of the community I'm trying to build. And, you've been in the community for a while before you got here. And I feel like it's just very much all these people with all this stuff and they're just keeping it, just holding it. And I'm just like, well, you ain't doing nothing with it.
Right.
Why are you holding it?
Let that shit go.
You know, and that's one of the things I love about Syke is we've been able to get so many great brands in here. And, you know, I want to be something in the community. I want people to understand that, like, if I'm on, you know, that I'm bringing the city with me, I want to be able to say my video did this and I was wearing a Kansas City brand. You know what I mean?
And there it is, man.
So,
fuck.
Community, man. That's what I want to really see. I'd love to see all of our rappers. You know, why aren't the rappers making songs together? Why aren't we all united? You know, Instagram lets 5 people collaborate on a reel at a time. If it was me, I would be like, let's pick 5 people and let's do a project together. And every single post that we make got all 5 of us on it. You know, like, just saying that's energy, you know, and some of my most popular reels, people are like, oh, you went viral. I'm like, oh, I had help.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
You get 5 people to collaborate on that motherfucker. Hell yeah.
Boom.
Everybody's numbers are going to do that. TikTok has just added the collaboration option. If you have professional mode, Facebook has the collaboration option. And these things just take all of our fan bases and put them together. So I've seen such a huge growth because I started implementing anything that I was doing. You know, hey, I don't want to do any solo food reviews. Let me get the people to come with me. And that was why I started having guests. Then I started adding their personalities to it because it just is another way to get our vehicle to go faster.
Right.
And then as we're getting popular, the restaurants want to be involved too.
Right.
So once you get all these places, you know, and all these followers posting your videos to their followers,
Right.
your vehicle gets faster.
Exponentially. Just
Why we not working together? You see me, I'm hurry up. Every time I'm working with somebody, I'm at everybody. You got, you said, yo, Bump Jonas, SprinkleSumSalt, Thrax Pastry OG, we all on this together. Yeah, I'm putting all y'all on there.
let's go.
Then, that girl was there. She was like, oh, add her too. Then I'm like, oh, that's 4. Oh, we was at a restaurant, mobile food ghost truck, right? Bam, that's 5. I'm trying to get every single person that's in the video.
Tag
I'm
them
putting
in
you
there.
in there. I'm not on the tag. I'm putting you to collaborate. Don't be in the video unless you specifically say, hey, don't do that. I'm using, hey,
You in there. You in there.
let's go. And that's really the easiest way for you to build that following, man. Like, work with frequent collaborators, man, and drop that John. Yeah, you're gonna do damage.
Community and collaboration.
That's it.
There it is. Hey, yo, I got to get us up out of here. It's been Bump Jonas here at Syke Studios having a dope-ass sit-down with none other than Big Boujie himself. There's nothing more I can say, man. The shit's out or it's going to be out. He's doing his thing. He's everywhere. He's anywhere. Just, I mean, hell. At this
Tap
point,
in.
yeah. At this point,
Tap in, man. The Epitome of KC on all platforms, man.
is there a special stamp or holler they can do to like get your attention?
Ooh,
There it is. There it is.
yeah. My
All right,
boy,
y'all,
man.
look, the way I like to end this every time, love yourself like you try to love the world. Do something to earn your place in the world this week, and just be a dope motherfucker. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Woo.
Let's go, Bump.
That shit was running. I love that.